think we found our working weight. It's gonna be right around, I think it's 25 and 35, so what is that, 50 plus 10, that's 60. For the right hand, where it's like, I feel the ring finger quite enough. Gonna track it in Vanta, try to like keep track of that, increase the weight a tiny bit each session. I think we're at the point, like I took a few days off of like training entirely, that's why there was no log. To try to like heal this up, and I think it worked to an extent. I don't feel the A2 is sore anymore, and I don't feel like the A1 is sore. So hopefully that's a good sign, you know what I mean? Yeah, and so now I think it's like, it doesn't feel like so injured in like that way, and maybe it just feels weak and exposed for that reason. So gonna still chill on the moonboarding and like the climbing that I do out there, whatever. Just trying to like rebuild that like forehand strength as well as like the single finger crimping, which I'm doing off camera, just because it's kind of boring. These are like longer sets, but that's gonna be a working weight. Probably gonna, because my left hand's obviously way stronger, probably gonna start dropping it down to like 3 fingers, back 3, other than like doing middle 2, dragging, like mono stuff too at one point. Kind of like get that stimulus and work my way up to like maybe just one arm hangs on the left hand, since that's like the strong one, you know what I mean? Try to get that like sufficient like stimulus on this hand, because like from what I can tell, research seems to indicate that like still training hard on the healthy hand is going to be good for like not only this hand but this hand too, once this kind of starts getting in that like healthy zone. So that's the plan. Still warming up, but like the full body, but I think the right hand is sufficient, and like this is probably where it's going to be functioning after the day. So you know, we'll see. Honestly, feeling pretty good. I think I'm gonna wrap it up for the block pulls, doing that. Logged in Vanta, looking pretty good. Next we got board climbing. I guess I just run you through the plan. So we got board climbing, dumbbell lat pullover, bicep curls, push-ups, dragon flex. Kind of like deconstructing the pull-up a little bit, you know what I mean? Because it's bothering my elbow real bad. So let me show you guys. I kind of like figured out that the positions that it hurts in kind of look like this, where I'm pulling here, my elbow is kind of like tucked behind my torso a little bit. Then same with the row, when I'm pulling horizontally here, right in this ring. So when I'm here pulling horizontally, or here pulling vertically, the elbow kind of hurts. So we're gonna try to avoid that deep elbow, like that deep range of motion. My elbow's behind my shoulder blades, like my shoulder line. See if that helps. So I'm gonna do some dumbbell lat pullovers, straight arm, avoid loading the elbow in that way. Then I did some like bicep curls the other day, feeling it out, and it didn't bother my elbow at all. Keep it in front of me, whatever, you know what I mean? Try to keep the form good. Deconstructing the pull-up, but still getting some work in, because I don't want to neglect those muscle groups. That's where I'm at least. But yeah, so that's the plan. Then push-ups, pretty chill. Like self-explanatory. Dragon flex, you know the deal. Also, shout out to the Climb Club for sending me this shirt. I'm a cool company. Owner DM me, send me this shirt. For reference, I am 5'6", probably around 140 right now if I had to guess. And I wear an extra large. It's like kind of like, so this is like a baggier boxer fit on me, which I like personally. I prefer baggier clothes. Super nice tee, man. Honestly, like heavyweight, and you know, it's like when a shirt comes in and like the tag is like kind of custom. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, this is a legitimate company. So I was pretty psyched to get that in the mail. But yeah, right. Let's start climbing, I guess. Maybe I should turn the lights on in here. Let's see. Yo, first time doing like, okay, I'm just gonna try to send this right now actually, so. Not bad. Sent it for reference, like just for context. Tend to record those vertical because I'm like assembling kind of a collection of the moonboard climbs that I do. Try to like upload them to YouTube because it's more searchable and it's more. I can like definitely do the climb and then like post it to YouTube. And then it kind of cuts out the middleman being moonboard, unfortunately, because they're not super like great about always adding videos to climbs or whatever. Or like I don't know. Sometimes they don't regulate them where it's like you'll click on all the videos and they'll all be taken down or they'll all be like inaccessible, whatever. So just make it easy. It's all on a playlist on my profile somewhere. But yeah, just letting you guys know. So it might be a little bit annoying switching, but you know, it is what it is. That seems most consistent. Probably. I don't know, it feels kind of sus on the feet. Our moonboard is also kind of chaos, so whatever. Oh god, can't make this as short as me. Okay. Things are getting interesting right now. Come on now. I'm gonna wrap up the board session. I feel great, honestly. The pulley feels exposed, right? But I feel fine. Just weak, really, in that one finger. But I'm gonna end it there. 5 moonboard problems done. That's already more than like I know. Normally I was doing like 4, then I was done. Basically non-existent board session. 5 problems, and I sent them from the ground up, crimping. I didn't really have to drag anything. So that's super good. That's a good sign of development. I'm not gonna get too far ahead of myself, right? Like, I can't take this momentum, keep going it's like if I'm on a swing, right, or whatever, I'm gaining momentum, but like I'm not gonna try to like, I'm not gonna ride the swing until I fall off. I'm gonna kind of be smart about it. You know what I mean? Try to not hurt myself this session. Build next session. Maybe I'll do 6 problems. Maybe I'll do 7. Maybe I'll just do 5 again. Who knows? Yeah, feeling pretty good. So I think right now from here, I'm just gonna jump straight into the workout segment, I guess I was planning on doing. So, like I said earlier, dumbbell lat pullover, bicep curls, push-ups, dragon flags, that sort of thing. I might try to superset these to try to like save some time. I don't know, probably not necessary because it's still 7 a.m. so I still got time. I got in here kind of early. I woke up like 5, was here by like 6-ish. So yeah, we'll see. I haven't done dumbbell lat pullovers in like forever. So I'm gonna have to be careful for that reason. I don't remember the exact weight I used either. I might start with like something like maybe 2 20s, like 20 in each hand. Because the thing is, we have 50 pounds, but I don't know, man. You know what I mean? Controlling like holding a big ass 50-pound dumbbell over my face, not ideal. Not for like my sanity at least. You know what I mean? I'm always sus that like I'm gonna drop stuff. Although I guess a dumbbell is pretty hard to drop, but whatever. You guys will see it. Trying to deconstruct the pull-up, preserve the elbows. Things are getting interesting, right? Getting a little bit healthy. Just trying not to lose it. Trying not to like crumple. You know. Also haven't really like, I had this weird thing with my pinkies. Still kind of have it, but they're getting better. It wasn't a pulley issue, it was kind of like a joint issue type of thing. But yeah, getting better. I was really feeling raggedy for a while there. But yeah, let's get into it. Let's watch the SS. Yeah, it looked. This might sound crazy, but I think I'm gonna stick at 20. I got to 10 pretty easily, which is fine. But I think just for this type of movement, my shoulders so exposed, and my range of motion on these is crazy, which I really like. I really like getting like deep, really reaching back behind my head almost. Kind of feels good. So I think I'm gonna stick with this range of motion, stick it up for like 3 sets of 10, right? And if by the 3rd set of 10 it feels still pretty like easy, then I'll consider changing it for the next session if I'm not like at the point where I feel like I want to do pull-ups at that point. So we'll see. I think I'm gonna stick with 20 though. Maybe next session bump it up to 25 each hand. So yeah. Alright, pretty good. Pretty good. I feel like they're doing the thing. My lats definitely feel like kind of worked. Not worked, but like feeling like the pump, if you will. You know what I'm saying? There's definitely some blood in these for sure. So you know, mission accomplished. I guess we won't see it until like a day from now. If I get like sore in these, that's not necessarily the end all be all, but you know, haven't done these in a while, so I probably should get sore in these. Not that much weight either though. I'm hitting 10s pretty easily. Actually, let me log this in Vanta real quick while I'm here. There we go. Took me a while to tap that button, man. One tap, it's done, logged. Come on. Too easy. That last set was hard. Sorry, my voice. Weird sickness. That last set was hard though. Failed. I counted 8. If you don't count like that little pause in between, but pretty hard. I'm pretty happy with that exercise. Actually, I haven't done it in a while. Might become a staple in the rotation. Even who knows? Might switch to a 3-day like mini chest cycle instead of 2 days. It was fun. It was good though. Next we got bicep curls. That's the fun one. So we'll see. I prefer my bicep curls kind of like in this like weird seated position where I'm leaning back. It stabilizes me, kind of prevents me from cheating as much, and kind of like the mini stretch I kind of get at the bottom here. Let's see, about like so. Lean back here. At the bottom, kind of have that gap between me and the wall, so it allows me to stay strict, but also whenever I'm flat on the wall, right at the bottom, my knuckles aren't punching concrete and wood. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be set up today. Not sure how much weight to do. I think I'm gonna start out light, maybe with like 25s. See how this goes. But yeah. that felt freaking hard. So pretty good. I think that was a good weight. Actually, I hit it bang on the nose. Those 9 reps. Probably gonna drop down to like 6 and 7, or 7 and then 6, I guess. If I had to guess for the next 2 sets, but we're gonna try. We're gonna try to get more, obviously, but we'll see how it goes. I might even try these standing instead of sitting down and back. I might just like lean against the wall and do that. We'll see how that goes. I'll try that for the next set, but I'm liking it. Feeling good so far. Feels fine through the elbow. I don't know, but I don't want to like risk it doing some weighted pull-ups and shit right now. So I think I'm gonna play it safe for today, maybe the next few days, maybe the next week. Yeah, let's keep it going. Tough workout, man. Almost kind of in a deficit right now, so feeling it, I think, a little bit in terms of strength and energy, but it's okay. Increased the ROM on those dragonflies, made them so much harder, so, you know. Alright, see you guys in a couple of days.